Hi, welcome back to Fresh Faces New Ideas. My name is David. If you like this channel and you want to stay up to date on my videos, please like and subscribe and follow me at Twitter at Faces Ideas. Now this video is part one of my two-part videos about looking into the question, does a good guy with a gun stop a bad guy with a gun? Now this is very in-depth and I go through a lot of data in this, and this is two parts. Here's part one. But now we're going to go to the main part of this. We're going to go into mass shootings. Now, let's be clear what I'm going to say here, because people I've already online misconstrued the questions that I have asked. The argument I am going to make is not that guns don't protect people in self-defense. The argument I am making, and the argument I'm going to look to see if the data backs me up on, is that the facts don't support the good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. And to prove this, we have to look at how mass shootings have evolved. So, first, we have to look at mass shootings. Gun violence in general. As it currently stands, America has more guns than people. Gun violence archives. Published date, this was today. Total number of incidents in 2014. 40,000. Total number in 2015, 49,000. Total number in 2016, 55,000. 2017, 59,000. 2018, 55,000. This is 2019 is obviously going to be a well, this is actually strange that this number is not higher. This ended with the pandemic. So it dropped in 2019. And then it bounced back up in 2020. So during the pandemic, it dropped. So with the exception of 2019, gun violence has increased every single year. Okay? So the argument is, does a good guy with a gun stop a bad guy with a gun? Well, let's see what some of the data says. That's not what I wanted to happen. Mass shootings jumped 50% in 2022, large part due to the pandemic. Now, this goes against Tom Cotton's argument. The argument of not having enough people in jail. Why is there an increase in crime 2020 to 2021? It could be because of a pandemic and economic hardship, followed by a historic protest that was met with police violence that was racialized and used as a wedge issue. Couldn't be that. But no, we don't put enough people in jail. So here is events that injured or killed 4 more people excluding the perpetrator. This is by month. So we had 95 incidents in June. You can see how high this number has gone up. It's been relatively steady throughout the years until last year. Shows that mass shooting surged as much as 45% as many states reported unprecedented increase in weapons-related incidents. So, you would think with an increase in gun violence, you would have an increase in more people stopping gun violence, right? Because we now have more guns than ever. Remember, there was a historic buyout of guns with the first stimulus check. You would think that those things would correlate. That's not what happens. Let's look at some of these articles. This is from, when is this? When was this written? This is from 2019. So this is the first article I found on this. So according to this article, this discovers compiled data on 316 mass attacks in the United States since 2020, or since 2000. This was written to last year. Of those 316 attacks, 10%, 10 of them, not even 10%, was shot by a citizen. 40 of them were subdued by citizens, and generally these citizens are unarmed. So let's put these numbers together. So for 316, so according to this data here, for every 32 mass shooting attempts, 1 is stopped by a person with a gun. So, having more guns doesn't mean that you're going to stop more violence. This is the Giffords Project? Giffords. It's just called Giffords. Who is Giffords? Giffords is started after Gabby Gifford, who was the congressperson who in 2011 was shot in the head. So, let's look at some of their data. Now, they have actual data embedded in these. We're just going to look at the headlines. Armed civilians rarely successfully intervene in mass shootings. An FBI analysis of 160 active shooting incidents from 2000 to 2013, and this will go with one of the other studies, found that active shooting incidents are rarely stopped by armed individuals who are not law enforcement returning fire. In fact, 4 times as many shootings were stopped by unarmed civilians restraining the shooter. This goes back to the other data that I showed. This will correlate with data that I will show you in this video, and it will correlate with data from this other study. The gun lobby claims that shooters target gun-free zones because they fear a good guy with a gun, and that arming more people in more places will deter crime. However, most mass shooters target a specific person, group, or institution with whom they have a grievance, making it unlikely that gun-free policies affects the choice of targets. They don't care. They're going to go to these places regardless of whether it's deemed a high volume of guns or not. No credible statistical evidence to show that a permissive concealed carry laws reduce crime. Instead, the evidence suggests that laws that make it easier for more people to carry guns in public may actually increase the frequency of some types of violent crime, including gun homicides. Now, there is data that shows, and this is the only argument I will make against self-defense, that having a firearm in your house actually leads you to more likely to either commit suicide or hurt somebody in your home with that firearm. There's data that purports to that. So that's there. Thanks for watching. If you like this content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and that'll keep you up to date on all my stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.